Hey guys, welcome back to Fun Sparkles. This video is going to be about the first fantasy novels that I ever read. So fantasy is my favorite genre of novel to read. I'm a huge fantasy buff, and these were the books that introduced me to the genre. In order of when I read them, we have The Dragon and the Unicorn by Lynn Cherry. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Lynn Cherry. The Way Home, A Princess Story by Max Lucado. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at pronouncing them. And Creator Goals, Adventure Book 1, Wellspring of Magic by Jan Fields. To this day, they're some of my favorite books of all time. And I wanted to make this video to kind of introduce you to them in case you want to pick them up yourself. So let's start with the first one. The back of this book reads, Valerio the Dragon and Allegra the Unicorn have always lived happily amidst the majestic trees of the ardent forest and in harmony with the animals that they call the forest home. But one day, Valerio discovers a stranger, King Orlando, cutting down trees and building a shelter. Soon, the king orders his knights to capture the unicorn and then the dragon. Only the king's young daughter seems sympathetic to the plight of the animals who are losing their homes and to the dragon and unicorn who must now live in hiding. But can the princess help save the dragon, the unicorn, and Odette forest before it's too late? I originally found this book in my elementary school library, and I would read it every single day when I would go down to the library during lunch. I was obsessed with this book. I would rent it out of the library whenever I could, and I would read it constantly. Each page has such beautiful illustrations on it. It's just an absolutely gorgeous fantasy book. And it's what first got me into fantasy. I cannot thank this book enough for being there and introducing me to my favorite genre of literature. Next one is The No Way Home, A Princess Story. So, let's turn to the back and read what it says. Princess Anna gazes out her window, stirred by the curiosity of what lies beyond the safety of the castle walls. But when she is enticed into the dark forest far from home, she immediately realizes it was a mistake. When the king learns of his daughter's fate, he doesn't hesitate, for as with all of his children, he is willing to sacrifice everything to show them the way home. So this is a Christian fantasy book, and it was really, really beautiful because I love fantasy, I love princesses, and it was kind of like an allegory for Jesus. It was really cool. It has really beautiful art inside of it. It was just a really fun book, really pretty illustrations. I would also take this out of my elementary school library all of the time. Actually, this one was at my church library, my childhood church library, not my elementary school library. So I would take it out of my church library all of the time to read it. And lastly, we have Creative Goals Adventure Book 1, The Wellspring of Magic. I only ever read the first book, but I remember absolutely loving this book. It was my favorite book for a long time, and it still has a big place in my heart. What happens when 6 ordinary girls accidentally open a secret door into another world? It doesn't take long for adventure and danger to find them. Their quest brings them face to face with gigantic grizzly bears claiming to be guardians and protectors, green-skinned folks offering magic and help, a scaly river dragon, killer plants, and monster-sized spiders. Things none of the girls expected to face in their summer adventures. And to top it off, they're supposedly the long-awaited princesses who have to use their special powers to restore the magic in order to get home. Will they master the new power in time to turn back the dark forces that want to trap them forever? This one is the first full-length novel that I read. It does not have illustrations, but it's a really fun book. I highly recommend you read it. If you would like me to do a full video on the Wellspring of Magic Book 1, then please let me know down below. It's not going to be this video, but I might do another video about it. So you can comment that down below because I will be rereading this book soon. So I hope you enjoyed this little trip down memory lane with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!